Hello, everybody. Welcome to Generation Gap's second Christmas special. I'm your host, Gretchen, joined by my co-host, Tom.
I'm Tom, joined by my co-host, Gretchen.
And today we're talking about the 1966 animated special, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Just a little something we're going to throw in for Christmas.
Yeah. So this technically it's not a feture film. So technically we're bending our own rules. But we love it, so we're going to talk about it.
And it's the Christmas season.
It is Christmas. I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, boy.
When was the first time you saw this?
Oh, I was a little kid when I saw it.
Yep.
Yeah. 66 it was made, so I probably saw it. 66. I was probably 4 or 5 years old.
Okay. This is a year older than my mom.
Yeah. But I loved it. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember ever not liking it. It was always one of my favorites. Bought it on VHS tape a long time ago, the big box tape. It's just a staple of Christmas. It's another one of those feel-good, kind of like, what did we just talk about not long ago? Oh my gosh. God. No, jeez. It's been a long day.
That's okay, me too.
Yeah. Anyway.
The one we just did? Miracle on 34th Street?
Miracle on 34th Street. Right. Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
It's a feel-good movie because, again, a lot of ways it could have gone.
Yeah.
But at the end, you really do feel good. And kind of like, it's also like a Christmas Carol in a way.
A little bit.
And a lot of, like, the transformation at the end. It's just so great to see.
Mm-hmm.
When the Grinch, suddenly realizes true meaning of Christmas.
And his heart grows through his eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'll tell you, I don't know if you ever noticed this. I'll ask you, in fact. I'll put you on the spot. What color are the Grinch's eyes?
Blue?
No.
They're not?
No.
I don't know.
But they're red.
They're red.
In the whole film, his eyes are red. And at the end, when he gets the true meaning of Christmas, his eyes immediately become blue.
Okay, so I was
so
right.
They do, right? You were right, but that's the new transformed.
That's
the new improved Grinch. But throughout the whole film, his eyes are red.
Okay.
And when he gets the true meaning, when it finally shines through, his eyes become blue. And it's funny. I realized he's the guy who hates Christmas. He wants to steal Christmas.
Yeah.
And his colors initially are red and green.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably not even a brilliant thought. Probably little kids have already I just thought of that recently. I was like, wow. So he's actually red and green for most of the film or the TV episode.
So, we've watched this a couple of times. This isn't like an every season one. It's not like the Peanuts special in my house, which we do the Peanuts every year.
Right.
This is more of like hey, it's been a couple of years. Let's watch this again.
Yeah. It's funny you mention that too, because those are my two favorites.
Oh,
those
really?
are the two I always watch. Yeah, the Peanuts Christmas and the Grinch.
We have like a 7-movie lineup every Christmas. That's like it's like a mission.
I'm curious. What are some of the others?
Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, okay.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay, yeah.
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Right.
George C. Scott Christmas Carol from '84.
Yep. All good recommendations.
White Christmas. I told you to watch all of these.
Yeah.
I make sure I watch one movie that doesn't count every year. So I watched Die Hard one year. This year I watched Cobra from 1986, which has nothing to do with Christmas, except it means it to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll do Edward Scissorhands or Gremlins.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. All Christmas, somewhere in the film. Lethal Weapon also. I was thinking animated, though. Do you have any other animated Christmas specials that you like, or any animated?
I don't.
More the TV specials,
I don't know.
not movies necessarily.
We'll do like Christmas episodes of like it's not animated, but we do the Christmas special for Magnum PI and MASH. We do the Christmas specials for MASH.
Yep. Those are always good too.
They are always good.
Yeah.
But no, not.
Did you ever watch like Frosty the Snowman or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
My mom has an affection for those that I don't share.
Yeah.
They kind of irritate me.
Yeah.
Rudolph, I can sit through. I have a rough time with Frosty.
Yeah. I kind of do too. And then they got a little crazy with Rudolph's Shiny New Year and
I didn't see those.
Sequel to Frosty too. But the originals were okay.
Yeah.
Jackie Vernon.
I understand like the appeal.
Yeah.
Those and like the.
I mean, for me, it's mostly because it was my childhood.
Sure.
Like they were big staples of childhood.
Sure.
But the top two for me are always, and it changes year to year. It's the Grinch and Charlie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And some years it's Charlie Brown's first, and then the Grinch.
My big thing with the Grinch is my grandfather, who passed before I was born, had a huge affection for this, as I understand from my mom. Like he would sing the song. So for me, like this is one of those movies that it's still like a thread for my grandpa.
Oh yeah, that's nice, little connection.
The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas was a 1957 children's book written and illustrated by Dr. Seuss.
Yep.
Do we need to talk about the plot, or
does everyone kind of know it?
The Grinch is this mean cave-dwelling creature who's up on a hill and doesn't like that the town below, full of Who's, celebrates Christmas.
Yeah, he lives 10,000 feet up
to
the top of Mount Crumpet.
Steals it.
Yep.
With his
dog.
Did
you know, he's, oh my gosh.
We're having a rough one.
I know, it's my brain.
Same.
What is going on here?
Okay.
I thought this might have been might have been trying to grab too much to do 2 films. I'm telling you.
That's okay.
And it's not even a film. It's like a
It's
half-hour special. Yeah. What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Oh darn.
Cindy Lou Who. I don't know.
No, something about him living 10. What were you saying? Something you were saying.
He lives up on the hill.
Yeah.
Up on the mountain, 10,000 miles.
Feet up. Yeah, 10,000 feet up the top of Mount Crumpet. Oh, I don't remember.
That's fine.
Let's just pick it up.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. This is another little trivia question for you. Do you know how old he is?
The Grinch?
Yeah. And I don't know for sure if that's his age, but assuming he's always hated Christmas, it does say for 53 years.
Okay.
He's been sitting up there hating Christmas. So I'm assuming he's probably 53 years old.
Probably.
I'm assuming he's always hated Christmas unless something happened when he was a child.
Well, I mean, depending on the version, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I ascribe to this. I don't like the Jim Carrey remake.
No.
I also don't like the 2018 Illumination remake.
No. They're not improvements.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, yep. You can't improve upon perfection.
The movie's charming, and not even a movie. The special is charming. Let it.
Yeah.
I think it's best to leave it be.
Yeah. And I don't even like trying to make it more real life.
No,
it's a great animated.
It's Dr. Seuss. Let it be animated.
And animated by Chuck Jones.
Yes. Who's fantastic work for Looney Tunes over the years.
Yep. And you could see it. A lot of even the sound effects. Which is very much from Bugs Bunny or the Roadrunner.
Boris Karloff provides the voice of the Grinch and the narrator, which makes this our first Boris Karloff film, and we've fallen down on the job for not doing Frankenstein before this.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Well, is Frankenstein a Christmas movie? No.
We can try to make that argument.
We'll try to, yeah. But you're right, I know, and this is kind of a sad... Well, we'll work backwards. We'll work backwards. We'll do one of his last appearances.
It's still he does a good job.
He does a great job.
He's such a warm voice as a narrator.
Yeah.
And with a tinge of that amusement, that wry, this guy sucks.
Yeah, and kind of because it's Boris Karloff, if you're aware of him.
Yeah.
It's always kind of refreshing thinking wow, this is the Frankenstein monster, and he's doing.
And he's done so many bad guys over the years.
Yeah. And he does do sort of a voice as the Grinch, which is funny. You can tell it's him narrating, and then he kind of changes it up, hams it up a little bit. It's great.
Thurl Ravenscroft does You're Me When Mr. Grinch, who I know primarily as Tony the Tiger.
Yeah,
we talked about this in a previous episode.
We did, yeah. It was in Butch Cassidy again. Remember,
right.
You could even hear his voice, his low voice in the choirs. Chorus.
June, I think Foray plays Cindy Lou Who, and she's been the voice of tons of Looney Tunes over the years. She's an animation legend.
Yeah, she is.
She played Rocky from Rocky and Bullwinkle, as well as Granny on Looney Tunes.
Right, yeah.
Where do you even start? I mean, this is iconic from start to finish. Every single frame of this is... And I don't like Dr. Seuss. I never liked Dr. Seuss.
No. Well, I love this.
I love this.
For this, but generally, no. I mean, some are okay. I read most of them.
I liked All the Places You'll Go. That was a big one when I was in high school.
Yeah.
But I remember, the group of, my family, this was the one we came back to. I think because, again, we were talking about Miracle on 34th Street before we recorded this. Yeah. It's got, kind of a cynical edge for most of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the song's great.
Yep.
And that gets in your head, and the animation's wonderful, but they're also there is so much joy in how much he genuinely is awful.
Yeah, he delights in it.
They animate him so well too.
They really do.
He's animated so well, and
even when he gets that evil, that bad idea, and his top of his head even curls up like the devil's horns.
The only live action actor that I think could even could take a stab at it was 80s or 90s era Tim Curry.
Yeah.
That would have been it.
Oh yeah, yep.
And then honestly during the You're Me When Mr. Grinch song sequence when they animate him kind of like a snake on the floor, it's just he's just so raw and he's awesome.
Yeah, he really is. And those lyrics also penned by Dr. Seuss, they're really good. Yeah. I mean, he every bad thing you can think of,
it's him.
It's used to describe
what a guy.
The Grinch. Yeah.
It is cute in a way. That's primarily the reason, really the word I use for it. It's cute.
Well, yeah, for sure. And, a lot of people love Max too, the dog.
The dog. Yeah.
So he's sort of the counterpart to the Grinch.
Mm-hmm.
So even as bad as the Grinch is, there's Max, so excited to go down the hill and steal all the
Max
toys. Yeah, he's cute.
Max also kind of knows that this is not a good idea.
Yeah, he knows that, right?
He's kind of the butt monkey of this.
Yeah.
He's the opposite of Snoopy from the Peanuts, where Snoopy also thinks Charlie Brown sucks.
Right.
Max is.
Yeah.
it also has like it spawned that we only talked about "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch." It also spawned that "Welcome Christmas" song.
Yeah.
Which my siblings and cousins and I we referenced that a couple of times. Yeah, we make jokes with that one.
That's so funny.
And
that's the one with the nonsensical lyrics. Like,
yeah,
that's funny. Yeah,
at the end.
But it's cute at the end when he sings that, and then Boris Karloff again is sort of narrating in there. Yeah, it becomes very warm at the end.
Yes,
very touching.
Because even though the Grinch goes ahead and for the 4 people in the world who haven't seen this special.
Yeah.
The Grinch successfully steals Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
He takes all their presents. He dresses up as Santa Claus for some reason. I don't know why he isn't just himself, but anyway, that's beside the point.
Although it comes in handy.
He does come in handy.
Because when
Cindy Lou Who like,
sees him, right?
Why are you taking the stuff?
Yeah,
and he's
exactly.
like, ah.
Yeah. And he thought up a line. He thought it up quick.
Yes. Yeah. She he gets all their stuff, takes all the decorations, stuff like that, and then as he looks down on the hill as Christmas morning dawns, he sees that it didn't affect them. They're still celebrating Christmas, even though they don't have the trimmings and trappings.
Right.
And
it wasn't really all about the toys at all. Again, it's a great message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He can't believe that he wanted to stop them singing. That was the thing he hated worst of all.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're out there singing again, and he can't believe it. He's expecting to hear them all cry boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Is what it says, and he puts a hand to his ear and he's listening, and he does hear a sound. But it's not what he was expecting.
They're doing the same.
They're singing without any presents at all. How can that be?
For his whole thing could have been fixed if he just had a good set of noise canceling headphones.
Right.
Would have been okay.
yeah. Maybe they should redo that again. Very short version.
I read that Dr. Seuss wasn't super happy with the artistic liberties Jones took.
Really?
When he did this. That's what I read.
I'm surprised. I mean, I don't know what he had in mind.
I don't either.
Have you ever seen Dr. Seuss's original Grinch? It's similar, but
I've seen him.
It's not as good. I think the one that Chuck Jones did was so much better.
It's clearly iconic and distinctive.
Yeah.
And I do think that's interesting too. Like, we're in a weird. I mean, I don't know if this has ever happened before. I've noticed. I haven't seen this before, but I'm seeing like all kinds of like Walmart ads, stuff like that. The Grinch is like really big right now.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. Yeah, and it's this Grinch. Or it seems to be this Grinch, right?
I thought it was the 2000 one with Jim Carrey.
Oh, maybe
that's
you're right.
The one that I've been seeing.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But I have seen it everywhere.
The production design of that looks like Vaseline got smeared over the camera lens, but that's beside the point. Nothing against Ron Howard. I don't know what it is about the Grinch that continues to hang around, but when I see for the most part, like lawn decorations, wrapping paper, things like that, it's this one, the one from the 60s. And part of it's he's animated, he's easier to do. Yeah. But when they did the remake with Benedict Cumberbatch voicing the Grinch in, I think it was 2018, it was Illuminations. That design didn't really seem to stick. I don't know.
Yeah.
Quite.
Not even with Meg.
Yeah. Well, clearly.
Yeah. It's another case where I feel like, why redo it? The original was great, and it was short, concise, perfect. And anything longer, making it into a full-length feature film, it just seems silly to me.
It works best as a short.
And you have to pad it and, all silly things.
That's the thing. I think that's the issue with most of these adaptations. Same thing with the Charlie Brown Christmas special. It's a solid half hour. Don't make it longer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Especially when you're getting across a point like this. Like we just talked about Miracle on 34th Street, which is a respectable hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. They have a lot of stuff that they're juggling. Right. There's a movie in there.
Right.
This is a children's special. There's only so far you can pad it before it starts getting redundant and you lose the attention of the little ones.
Right, for sure. Yeah. And we don't need to know all about
the Grinch's backstory.
Yeah, we don't need to know all the Who's in Whoville. Cindy Lou Who was enough.
Yeah.
We get the gist.
The ornament is the size of her.
Yeah.
And even that's all you need. Like it's bare bones. There are some. We're at this period now with a lot of kids media where it's like they need to over-explain and they need to pad keep the kids' attention with all kinds of stuff. If you keep it short and simple, kids pay attention.
Yeah, of course. And like I said, even with horror films, I don't like when they redo a horror film and they try to explain the monsters.
Backstory.
Yeah,
I don't want to know the Grinch's tragic backstory.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And I don't want to know you choose any monster. Yeah. I don't need to know
Frankenstein.
What made him that way.
It's the exception.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just wants the roast beast, man.
Yeah.
We do that's. I will say this is the only Dr. Seuss thing that makes its way into our vocabulary. At my house.
Yeah.
We do reference things like Who Hash and things like that. We'll make jokes.
And the roast beast.
Yeah. But like I said, this one doesn't. I mean, it sticks as well as it's supposed to. I don't think it's meant to be. It's not. It's not like It's a Wonderful Life where it is trying to move you. It's just it's short and sweet. It's hey, this is what Christmas is about. His heart grows 3 sizes.
And it's funny though. I do feel moved by this.
Do you?
Yeah, and I've seen it. Can't even tell you how many times.
Really.
And since I was a child, And again, I just watched it recently, and I still felt moved at the end, you know. And that was the first time I ever noticed that his eyes turned blue, which is kind of weird. That I never noticed it before. All the times I've seen it.
That is interesting.
So I did, you know, just I don't know, maybe it's like an old friend, and when you really see that moment where he changes, and you know, he realizes that it's really about the spirit of Christmas. It's not about everything that they had, which is what he always thought, you know. And then he goes down. It's very quick, you know. Once he transforms,
he's like, oh, okay, and he brings
over
everything right back.
Shortly right after that. Yeah. And he himself carves the first piece of roast beef.
They're mad at him. They're like, okay, sick. Thanks for bringing everything back. You want to have dinner?
Sit down. Yeah, you could even carve the roast beef.
Yeah, which I think that's interesting too. Like, I mean, Christmas is a time where there are so many stories. You know, before we recorded this, we were talking about the various versions of A Christmas Carol, and how a lot of these Christmas films have like that Scrooge type character, even if it's not actually like a Christmas Carol adaptation.
Yeah, it's not called Scrooge, right?
Yeah, Scrooge with Bill Murray, like same idea, where it's like, hey, like this guy just sucks and hates Christmas, and we have to prove him wrong. We have to change his mind. This movie, I mean, they do it, but they do it in like bare bones.
Yeah,
it goes quick.
It does go quick, yeah, and it's still sort of the same story, you know, which. But that's like a tried and true story.
Yeah,
you know, that'll work. You know? And I'm sure it happens in real life too. You know.
And it's interesting too that like, you know, in a lot of variations, like they have like they have a bad relationship with Christmas, and here's why.
Yeah.
Part of it is A Christmas Carol started the whole thing.
Right.
This version, it's just he watches people take joy in something that's not material and goes, I guess it wasn't about this.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yep.
Which it's so strange to me because the Peanuts Christmas special came out in '65. I'm sorry for continuing to talk about the Peanuts. I think it was '65.
Yeah.
And
year before this,
that's another animated special about like 4 kids that's talking about like Christmas not being about the stuff. It's not about the stuff.
Right,
that was
very
the
much
60s.
I know. Can you imagine today?
I know.
And that's very cynical because Charlie Brown and they show it everywhere he goes, and even his friends, they're all caught up in the commercialism.
Yeah. You know, they're asking for money, like things like that.
Yeah.
This, I think it's so interesting, like the way that. I mean, the way that Christmas must have changed since then, because like my mom was a kid, like she was born in the '60s, so she was like a kid throughout the '70s and '80s. Right. My dad, same thing. Most of what they've said, like in their lifetime, Christmas has gotten more cynical. We make jokes about like, okay, like the stores are rolling out the Christmas displays in like August.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah.
And like even back
then, there's nothing you can do to fight back against that. They're there. You know, you might not like it, but they're there.
Yeah, we just talked about Miracle on 34th Street, which is the '40s, which is they're complaining about commercialism.
Yep.
This.
It's nothing new under the sun.
That's what they say.
It's true. I know. You ever see that quote by Aristotle, I think? He's talking about how the men grow their hair long and they don't listen to the adults. They show no respect.
Oh.
Like, people show that quote today and you think it's current. And it's from Aristotle, you know.
Well, there's nothing new under the sun is King Solomon.
Right.
And that's a little older than Aristotle.
Right, yeah.
Just a little.
But it is crazy, yeah. As much as we think, like, wow, it's never been this bad.
It has been.
It has been. It's been worse.
Or at least the awareness has always been there.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
But
it is funny to see it, you know, through current lenses and say, like, wow, they were complaining about this stuff then? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Yep. And there's some stuff like it's still super applicable.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing about Christmas stories. I don't think they're ever going to be, as long as we celebrate Christmas, I don't think they're ever going to be unapplicable.
Right, no.
I think they're always going to have that, this is still about the season.
And if it's done the same way as this or Miracle on 34th Street, they're going to have an audience because people do. You relate to that. You know, you get tired of the cynicism. And when you see some sort of hope and some sort of happiness, even in this 25-minute special, you know, TV special with the Grinch, again, it really does move me. I love it. It's definitely up there with, you know, one of my favorites.
How much do you think of this special's longevity is because of the remakes, and how much of it do you think is nostalgia for the original?
Oh, I think it's, well, in my case, it's definitely nostalgia for the original. Like, I don't think the remakes brought anyone's attention. Is that what you think? They made them watch the first?
I've heard a lot of people say that, like, they're, you know.
I guess that's true for a younger generation.
The Ron Howard
now.
Grinch came out in 2000. So that was the year I was born.
Yeah.
And a lot of people my age, or right around my age, that was their first exposure to the Grinch.
Wow.
Which is, it's crazy. And then a whole
I
new
guess you're right. I
generation.
didn't really think of it from that perspective. Yeah, but that might have been where people were like, let me see the original, too. I guess, yeah.
I will say, like, that is in my opinion. Well, I've come down hard on remakes. I will continue to come down hard on remakes. There are, and, like, I think there are some that are better than the original. Not many, but there are.
Right.
And I think there are a lot that are worse. But I think if, at the least a remake can do is to bring people's attention to look at the original.
Yeah, yeah.
There are very few remakes I've seen.
Like you said that about A Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah,
right?
Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah.
There have been a couple of those where it's like, okay, yeah, you watch this, go back and watch the first one.
Yeah. I'm very hard-nosed that way. If something I really liked and they do a remake, a lot of times just on principle I won't watch it. I won't watch the remake.
For me, I think I've seen enough good remakes early on that I'm willing to give them a shot. Like, I saw, like, the remake, and not the same genre at all, but I saw the remake of The Thing, I saw the remake of The Fly, I saw
Oh, that's true, yeah, because The Thing from Another World, you're right.
Yeah.
Because they did another remake of The Thing. Did you know that with the girl
prequel?
in the lead? Yeah, it's really a prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's called The Thing,
It's, I mean,
It was okay, but...
it's fine.
Right, because it's a little different.
Not the same genre at all.
Right, yeah.
I actually think Christmas movies don't get remade as much as the others.
Yeah.
Because I think this is the main genre that brings people to check out. I think Christmas activates people's nostalgia. They want to go see the originals.
Yeah.
I've seen tons of people still love A Christmas Story,
Yeah.
Home Alone, movies that are now entering a phase where they'd be starting to get remade, and time has been gentle to these.
Yeah.
Overall, thank God we haven't gotten an It's a Wonderful Life remake. I couldn't handle that.
Oh, yeah.
I genuinely couldn't do that.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
Let's not even talk about it.
No, I didn't want to. I was just starting to think about it. I shouldn't.
No.
Some things are just better left alone.
Yeah, but I do think that, like, while this has been remade a couple of times, I think people's affection for the original, like, no one ever says, oh, well, the original one sucked. Like, everyone actually does have an affection.
Yeah, so it could be a form of flattery, too, you know, like...
Imitation.
Yeah.
And I have heard people say that they like the sequels better, but for the most part,
really?
like, I have, or the remakes, I should say.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of people who say, but I still like the original. That's what I hear the most. And you see, like I said, you see the merch, you see, it's this one.
Yeah.
It is this Grinch.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, it's a perfect, short, little Christmas special.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, yep. It really kind of captures everything there.
Really good, like, sound design, animation. It is, like, it's a perfect storm.
And like you mentioned, Boris Karloff does such a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's perfect in it.
And it's tiny. Like, it's, it is professional. It's professional. It's, but it's one of those things, like we mentioned, the Rankin Bass productions. It feels like a warm blanket.
Right.
You watch it because it's Christmas.
Yeah, yep. It's that time of the year, and it is. It's a big thing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I see them selling Rudolph figurines from the special,
Even, like, the elf who wants to be a dentist and, like, some of, like, the misfit toys. Like, people still remember that stuff.
Yeah.
Because their parents showed it to them.
Yeah.
And then they grow up watching it.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is the time of year where time is really forgiving.
Yeah.
And that's nice.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Christmas and if it wasn't for the fact that my grandpa used to like it, I don't think I'd ever come back and rewatch this.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I love it for what it did for animation. I love it for who's involved. It's not one of my go-tos. Like, it's not one of, like, the ones I have to watch every year.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's like in every couple of years I'll put it in again.
Yeah. It's funny, too, though, because sometimes I like a film, or in this case, a special, just because of its brevity. If it's
that's true.
25 minutes long.
Perfect.
Yeah,
how,
it's perfect.
how mad are you going to get at 25 minutes?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So even films that are just an hour and a half, I always feel like, or an hour and 20.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm like, well, you know what? There's been some films we've talked about that were made,
nice and fast.
Yeah, 70-minute long. Like Boris Karloff, I'm drawing a blank.
You're good.
Can't believe it.
It's not the same, but Corpse Bride is one of my favorites. I've talked about that before.
Yeah.
That's less than an hour and a half.
Oh yeah.
It's like 80 minutes.
Yeah, I have that too. Yeah. Yeah, I like films. Isle of the Dead. I was trying to think of Isle of the Dead with Boris Karloff. It's like a 72-minute film.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's not wasting too much of my time. So even if it's not a great film,
I think the original Dracula was like an hour and 10.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they didn't really put a lot of extra. There was no padding really.
That's fine.
Which I think is kind of
better. It works out better. I like we're in an era now too, like not to be like old man yelling at clouds, but we're in an era now where like Wicked 2 just came out, okay, and it's like 2 hours, another 2-hour movie. Superman was 2.5, 2 hours. Every movie that we go to see, we're there forever.
Yeah.
I'm okay with just okay. They know when to leave.
Yeah.
We know when to leave.
Yeah. I agree. I think there's even Stephen King's story when he first started writing, he had an editor and he edited.
Yes.
And then Stephen King became the 800-pound gorilla.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Stephen King. Yeah. And so suddenly,
you said that.
His books were 1,000 pages plus, and you're like, you don't need all this, And I don't know, but who's going to tell him? You're going to say, well, it's all great. Whatever you put in there is great.
Well, it's kind of, I think honestly, and like we've been through eras of this too, because like Hollywood had its period where like they put in films with intermissions, and then we didn't do that for a while, and then we had like Lord of the Rings from the early 2000s, which are flawless movies.
Right. And even
Die
some
on
of the
That
early
Hill.
ones with intermissions will hold up well.
Yeah.
They kind of they were epics. They had to be that long.
Some of them, yeah. So some know the length that your story deserves.
Yeah.
Don't go over.
Right.
If you must, leave the audience wanting more.
Right.
But
Right. Yep.
don't go over.
Yeah, they should all be a little more lean.
Except
I think,
Lord
anyway.
of the Rings. My sister said this morning that she wants to watch like a 30-hour cut of Lord of the Rings.
Oh my gosh.
They're already like 12 hours if you put them all together.
Wow.
They're in theaters extended in January. So guess what we're doing.
Wow. Is there such a 30-hour cut?
No, thank
okay,
God.
okay.
That would be so long.
That would be, but I thought
couldn't
maybe
do
who
that.
knows, something that was on the cutting room floor.
I hope not. I mean, they're really good. Don't get me wrong, but I do think like
Enough is enough at some point.
at some point you do need to move on.
Yeah.
So that's how the Grinch Stole Christmas. Do you have like a favorite character, favorite part?
Well,
I know it's short
I mean,
and
I love the
sweet.
Grinch. There's really not much besides the
Not
Grinch
much-
in it,
not much
except
else.
for Max. I also like Max. I
He's
think he's a
cute.
charming little dog.
Creature.
Yeah, and Cindy Lou Who is cute. Their little brief scenes.
She's a little too much for me.
Yeah, is she?
My pastor's daughter looks like just like her. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
really?
lie. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. But I think it's one of my favorites. I think it's just really well done. You can't say enough about Boris Karloff as
No,
the
you
Grinch
can't.
and as the narrator. Just
He's great.
I would like to, if I was a kid, I would like to have him reading me stories every night.
Oh yeah.
I would,
Yeah. He's got a good voice for
Yeah,
it.
he really does. Yeah, he's great.
Which sucks because his most famous role, he doesn't talk.
No, right, yeah.
They're
And
not
he didn't
really-
want to talk. We'll talk about this some other time. But when they did the sequels where he starts to talk, he
We
didn't
do have
want
to do
that.
Frankenstein at some point now that
Yes.
we've gone ahead and
Yeah,
opened the Boris Karloff can of worms.
yeah.
Do you? I mean, my favorite scene is the song.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, is there? In the movie, is there a
Yeah,
better
the
one?
Mean One, Mr.
Yeah.
Grinch. Yeah, no, that's great too. Yeah, and that's a nice little compilation because there's
Yes.
even it stops and then it shows some things and then it starts again.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really well done.
And that's iconic. It is iconic.
Yeah, it is. Yep, everyone knows that, and his voice is iconic.
Yes.
My favorite scene really is the top of Mount Crumpet when he leans
the
in. I just
sled
love the way
and
it's all
the-
animated. When
yeah.
he leans in, puts his hand to his ear, and and the rhymes. We didn't even mention the rhymes, but they really are. This is like classic Dr. Seuss,
Yeah.
and they are so good that sometimes my family gets mad at me because I'm saying everything before they say it.
Nice.
Like it's that embedded in my
Well,
brain.
you're a poet too,
Yeah,
so I can see how that would
yeah.
really be.
It's got a great scheme, and that makes it easy to remember. But when he puts his hand to his ear and he listens for that
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
coming over the snow, and it's not what he expects, and then it gets really loud. It's very powerful.
It is.
For an animated kids movie,
Sure.
it's very powerful.
I do think the one thing I've learned the most from like these animated specials is even stuff meant for kids can resonate with adults.
Oh
Even
yeah,
if it doesn't resonate with you specifically.
I loved it
it's-
as a kid, but I love it
Yeah.
even more as an adult. I think because now I also see it for kids. Like I see
Sure.
it for kids rather than as a kid.
Mhm.
And then even that line when it says that the true meaning of Christmas came through,
Yes.
and the Grinch had the strength of
Uh,
10 Grinches times 2 or
Yeah.
whatever it was, plus 2. Yeah, and it's just it's a great scene.
It is. No, I enjoy it for what it is. Like I said, it's my favorite Dr. Seuss anything.
Yeah,
I'm glad it exists. I'm glad it exists in its original form.
yeah,
And I'm thankful that I got to grow up with the original.
yeah. I'm glad they made those things, because again,
Yeah.
even the ones that aren't that great, the ones that are a little subpar, you just don't see that much anymore. I was
Mhm.
trying to find even more recent Christmas specials. Like, did they even do them anymore?
I think so.
I don't see any.
I think they're all on the Hallmark Channel. Well, I mentioned before.
Oh, but I mean like these, like animated.
Oh.
like Frosty and Rudolph.
So I mentioned
and
in the last
Grinch.
one, I'm going to say it to you again. Check out Claus from 2019. I just looked it up again just to make sure I had
Okay.
all the information. It's a Netflix animated film.
Okay.
J.K. Simmons is Santa Claus.
Oh, I have
hi-
seen him as Santa. I didn't know
I
that that's
highly recommend it.
Okay.
It's so cute. It's animated,
Yeah.
and it is. I
Oh,
genuinely
so it's just
think
his voice?
It's his voice.
Oh, I've seen him dressed up as Santa. That's funny.
And he I think it is a film that maintains the heart of Christmas and perhaps like the best honestly like the best like overall like the spirit of those old Christmas specials. I think this one probably has the best moving that forward into the new generation, I think. So I'd recommend that one.
Yeah, I'll check them in and put that on my list also. I
Nice.
got a couple recommendations today. And hopefully you all got some recommendations also.
Yes. Yeah, bottom line for for both these Christmas specials, by all means, you guys, if you haven't seen this, go check this out. It's not much. It's only 25 minutes of your time.
Right. Yep.
Yeah,
and it's time well spent, really.
it is. Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah.
And it's a really good feel good no matter what age you are.
Yep.
I will say that.
I agree. Like I said, I've seen it since I was a kid and I loved it, and I see it as an adult and I love it.
I see the charm.
Yeah.
I will continue to revisit it every couple of years
Yeah.
in the future for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening. A very Merry Christmas to all you
Very
guys
Merry
at home.
Christmas to all of you.
And we'll check in with you guys again in the next episode.